Let us start. Wait. Okay, let us start. So, hey everyone, and welcome to Pubwatch. Hopefully, the new and improved Pubwatch that totally works and there's no audio syncing problems. And my name is KOKOStern, and with me is the lovely Onin. Onin, please say hi and tell people what the hell we're doing today.
Hi. So in this episode, we're going to be watching the Fnatic.EU squad. Some people might know them. Well, most people should know them since they've actually been around in Dota 2 for quite a while. But most of them came from Heroes of New Earth. They got a bunch of flack for that. They actually weren't all that great in the first few months of them going over to Dota 2, but as of recently, they've been doing some real good work and they're starting to look like a top tier team potentially. And so that's why we want to keep an eye on them in their pubs.
Because obviously that says everything about their competitive play, right?
Obviously.
It's the pubs. Okay, so I'm just gonna check with people if everything is fine. Everything seems to be fine in terms of audio. Hopefully, no problems. So, Onin, I think we can go ahead to the first match right
Let's
now.
do it.
So, yeah, I'm at 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1, play. Wait, no, damn it. Play. Okay, I think I'm 1 second behind you. But never mind. So, yeah, at the bottom, we have the Radiant team, which is just freaking lovely. And we have we have Lifestealer here, who is a random person. We have JayKay or Honey as Kunkka. The Axe will be played by Era, Fnatic Era, or just named Itachi Uchiha, which is from Naruto. Yeah, anyway, and Pudge will be playing Trixi. Trixi will be playing Pudge. That makes more sense, I think. And at the bottom we have Slark. And at the Dire side, we have Always Wanna Fly, who is... where did you say he's from, Onin? I forgot. He plays...
He's you could call him a tier 2 Ukrainian player. He played with Dark on the Artstyle's previous team. I'm not sure if he even plays with anyone at the moment. I don't really think so, but he's pretty decent.
And other than him, we have an Enigma going to the forest for the Dire, a Venomancer, a Huskar who will be at the top, and we have a surprise visit from Havorst, if I'm probably pronouncing his name correctly. Lich will be played by Havorst, is on the opposite team. So we'll see how he does against the Slark.
Probably being a Lich very badly, especially in the mid game. Probably going to be the #1 target for Mr. Slark. But we're not really here to look at the Slark, we're here to look at Fnatic.
Yeah,
with the Pudge, the Kunkka, and the Axe.
Yeah, specifically Pudge in the middle lane against a Tiny. This is going to be really interesting, because Pudge obviously wants to hook him and kill him very quickly. Since his melee, he can start it off with a rot, but Tiny's scary. Tiny's combo, which is a stun, and he does actually stun. Let's see what happens here, but Pudge can't really do much. Yeah, Tiny's combo, which is Avalanche plus Toss, if he's really close to you, melee range, which Pudge gets to, can really be a problem. So,
yeah, and there's also just the problem that Tiny here starts with 70 base damage, whereas Pudge only has 57. So just standing in melee range, hitting each other is a bad deal for the Pudge.
Yeah, that was a hook that missed. And yeah, this mid lane should be interesting. At the bottom, we do see Slark and Lich being Lich. Yeah, Slark for some reason went for Essence Shift, level 1, before he actually got Dark Pact, but oh well.
Yeah, it's probably just to harass more. The stealing attributes from people, it increases your base damage by 19 on heroes from the 1 strength point that you steal. And it also helps with last hitting, the extra bonus agility, so if you can get some harassment off, then it's pretty nice.
Yeah, and at the top we have JayKay fighting against a really annoying Huskar. He also has a Venomancer pulling for him, and there's no wards, seemingly, so I don't know how well will Kunkka be able to farm up here, JayKay. And at the bottom we do have an engagement by Lifestealer coming in here with an open wounds. It's going to be very easy first blood for Slark. And there we go, and we do have a regeneration. I'm pretty sure Axe is going to get this one, not Tiny. A stun, is it enough? Is it enough? No! Axe actually takes it. And I doubt Tiny can follow it up. Yeah, he could have had one last bottle charge, but since the battle hunger ticks, he couldn't have gotten it off, and he did not chase.
Should have probably tossed him as well as avalanching him. Might have actually been able to pick him up that way, but yeah, his loss.
Yeah, and Pudge has a bottle in his stash. We'll see if that actually gets there. And at the top, JayKay's just trying to pull creeps. Or actually failing to pull the creeps to have some sort of farm here. Because he's really not doing well. He can't get any close to anything. Though Huskar is pretty low.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, the Huskar is in the always annoying situation of as soon as someone starts pulling, you start having to tank the creep wave. And doesn't even have a stout shield, so
Oh, what a miss.
kinda hurts.
Yeah, and at the middle we keep seeing, you know, a stun coming in from Tiny, but can't really follow it up. Pudge missing his hooks. Now he has a bottle. And it's going to be a question of who gets the 4-minute rune. And maybe manages to do something here.
The Tiny actually started bottle crowing with an unupgraded courier, which
So that's bottle chickening.
yeah, I guess you should have to call it that way. It's not the most efficient way to win your mid lane, but it's better than not having any bottle charges at all.
Yeah, and at the top we do have all 3 heroes from the die, including Enigma coming in from the forest, so they might be able to do something for JayKay here. But we'll have to see. The rune is actually at the bottom. It's a haste rune. And no one's moving towards it. Or Trixi is. Yes, Trixi is. And at the top, they are assaulting the tower here. Going over it, and JayKay is backing off. Tiny's going to get the haste rune. And Huskar just being annoying.
Yeah, there's no way they can dive into him. He's pretty much just as... Honey is just as fast as the Huskar, and orb walking makes you slightly slower. So
Yeah,
unless they get a Venomancer slow off, then Honey should be just fine, and it's pretty easy to stay out of range for that.
Yeah, well, that tower is dead. They did take some damage from the tower, it seems, but that tower, first tower, going for Huskar. And at the bottom, nice bug. Saying here. Oh, I know what they're referring to. The haste bug.
There's a haste bug?
Yeah, there's a haste bug with pounce. If you pounce and someone is stuck in it, but he has haste, for some reason he manages to get away. I'm guessing that's what happened. I saw that happen like a couple of times.
Oh, that's pretty silly, being able to just run out of pounce.
Yeah, if you have haste on.
Would it work with Surge as well?
I have no idea. I only saw it with haste. I'm assuming that's what happened because Tiny was hasted and he was running away from there with his bottle charges. So I'm guessing that's exactly what happened at the bottom lane. I don't know, I might be wrong. I'm just saying that I saw that happen more than once. So that might be it. Might be fixed by now, I really don't know. So at the top, let's see, Pudge has his ultimate actually, level 6, ulting up on Tiny, and Axe is here. The stun goes up on Pudge, but Venomancer is here. Throw, and one last hit from Tiny. I have to pick him off. Axe is now slowed, he's going to pick up Tiny, he's just level 4. So there is no ultimate.
Keep spinning.
Keep spinning. Yeah, and the stun, this throw is actually going to be enough. One last hit, and the poison from Venomancer, the Venom Scale. Did take him out here. So it was a 1v1 and then a 2v1 and then a 2v2 very quickly. And going for the Dire this time. Though Tiny's still here, Pudge. Pudge can hook him. Can he hook him? He can totally hook him right now. He's walking in a straight line. Just hook him. It's level 3, it'll reach.
I don't think he can see him. I don't think he can see him, but he knows.
Oh right, it's night, come on. Oh, now he can't do it with the illusions, no way. Stun, hook, hook. No, hook. Venomancer's here. Thrown. Just ult. Hook, hook! Okay, there we go. He did manage to get it, and he committed suicide. He ulted up and hooked just in time to kill Tiny. And didn't actually fall to Venomancer. He did commit suicide, so that was a fair trade, I'd say.
It's decent, but that means that Pudge has now died twice in a row. Even though only one of those was an actual kill, it means he's on the sidelines for a significant amount of time, and that's going to impact his farm, which is going to impact his impact in the early to mid game. So he's probably not happy about that after all.
We'll just have to see. He's level 7, so he's fine in terms of levels, and we do have a Slark level 6 here. Going for that Huskar, I'm guessing. Yeah, pounces. And Huskar jumps him with an ultimate, and the Slark actually... No, Kunkka got the last hit with the Tidebringer. Kunkka missed both of his skills, both Torrent and the Ghost Ship missed, but the last Tidebringer on the creep wave actually killed Kunkka.
Yeah, it's not that easy to hit your torrent or ghost ship without proper setup, but it's also not that easy to miss Tidebringer.
Indeed.
That AoE is just so huge.
Yeah, in the middle, are they gonna go for Pudge here? Both Lich and Tiny. The slows coming in, stun. There we go, Pudge has his ultimate and has a hook. Hooks up Tiny. Tiny throws him, and the Lich ultimate as well. Axe is here to bounce at one time, and Pudge actually commits suicide. Axe can't get him, now finally getting Cooling Blade, and he does get a double kill. He was level 6 and he did not have Cooling Blade, but killing Tiny leveled him to level 7, so he did get Cooling Blade and finished off Lich. That was really close. And Slark, think about jumping Huskar here. He's very low HP, so he can actually do this.
But there's a creep in the way.
Yeah, but it's kind of risky, but is he going to do it? Pounce, hits on Venomancer. And he deals a lot of damage to both of them, but he backs away. He ults up. Oh, the Sentry Word is going to be there from Lich coming in there. Vorst knows what he's doing, and they pick him off. So that's a greedy Slark failing to get a kill here. To get a double kill, almost.
Yeah, I probably should have seen that coming. I mean, sure, it's always tempting to start ganking low HP heroes, but this is a Huskar. Huskar kind of works pretty well as a low HP hero.
Yeah, and at the middle here we have a stun, a throw backwards, and Enigma gets him. And Kunkka at the top, just...
The Huskar got caught by a torrent, he was still low HP, and a single Tidebringer is more than enough to get him down.
Well, let's
but
see if
that was a bit of trouble.
Yeah, torrent misses. And let's see... Ooh, Phase Boot's walking right through Lich. Yeah. He's fine. Oh, but Axe is here as well. Does he want some blood? And Slark is coming in. Berserker's Call. Lich and the jump. Slark easily gets it. Do they want more? Venomancer? They're going to go for it.
Yeah, easy.
Seems like it. No pounce? Come on, no. There we go. And they do get him, but Enigma's here and TPs are coming in. It's a problem for them. Axe is just going to hold him. And Black Hole going in just to get him. I don't know if they really needed it. Pounce from Slark, so they're going to have trouble finding him. Plague Lord does not see him.
Yeah, they definitely did need that, but it does speed up the process a little bit. They had him blocked in the trees, but he could have turned around and started juking through this complicated path here atop the tower. It's always really annoying and just takes so much time to get out of. And Slark bounces out of the woods and...
Yeah, and Huskar, but no, he goes...
He's got his invis.
There's no sentry wards on them, so he's going to make it out pretty easily out of there.
Yeah. Huskar's ulti was just a few seconds off cooldown more, so you can get away pretty much unscathed.
Yep, he is very fine, and it's a good time to look at the gold per minute, and we do see that Huskar and Tiny at the top here with Enigma following them, and only Axe actually doing okay. Now it just switched. It's funny, the Dire just doing much better than the entire Radiant team in terms of gold. Whoa, what a nice hook from Pudge here on Tiny. Axe is here as well. Cooling Blade, not even going to pop. It's enough with just a Berserker's Call to pick him up. Great hook between the creeps right there. And Lich is going to not do anything.
He'd better not do anything.
Yeah, he'll die very quickly. Yeah, he's just standing there. Posing. Vorst. That's, okay. So Vorst is... Anything? No, he's just gonna stand there. He's AFK or something.
He probably has to be.
Yeah, and Pudge at the top, just coming up to Huskar, hooking him and dismembering him while we were looking at the beautiful horse standing in place. And ooh, we have a Slark in trouble here. And is he going to make it out? Yes, he is.
Ooh, that jukes.
Beautiful pounce across the river. Just makes it. And he is fine. But Enigma is invisible here. And he has a Venomancer and Lich behind him, so let's see if they can find anything. They're going towards Axe. Let's see. Slowed, stunned, and Axe, can he really do anything? Slowed up, walking, turning around. Stick charges. Berserker's Skull is going to give him some armor, but I doubt he can really do anything while last hit. Actually, Venomancer's poison is the one that gets him. And Lifestealer. Why is everything always happening? Two things at once happening this game. Lifestealer at the bottom managed to pick off Tiny along with Pudge.
Yeah, this is impossible to watch this way.
Yeah, and at the
I
top,
can't just kill one guy at the same time.
and at the top, Kunkka was there, I think with a sliver of health. Huskar as well, but Kunkka, I guess, TP'd out. So there's a lot of things happening at the same time, so we're missing some of the action. But okay, Huskar has his armlet now, so he's pretty damn scary. And as I was saying again, I mean, Lifestealer now managing to get a little bit back, but no one's really riding the gold train in this game, so it seems.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that the Lifestealer doesn't have a Midas. Usually you see Midas from Jungle Lifestealer. Not really as a way to, like, catapult your farm forward, like you mostly see on safe lane carries, but just to make it competitive. I mean, he's been jungling pretty much the whole game, aside from a few ganks here and there, and he doesn't even have 300 gold per minute. Having a Midas really makes a big difference in that case. And now he got found by the Tiny and the Lich.
Yeah, he does have rage though, so it's not that easy. At the top, we also have a pounce from jumping away. Let's see if they manage to get Lifestealers. The RTP's coming in, and he's going for that Lich. Beautiful hook coming in, and he goes into Pudge. We have Axe coming in as well. Tiny's pretty damn fast though. Phase boots. Hook, 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 misses. Enigma's here. Berserker's Call. And do we have an ultimate by Kunkka and a black hole at the same time? The ship hits Tiny and Culling Blade to finish it off, and Enigma's just going to drop to 4 Radiant Heroes. Axe with a double kill gets the last hit. And this tower is going to follow very quickly. There's actually 5 heroes here. Now the slug joined up.
5 heroes from the Radiant squad and only 3 from the Dire, because Veno and Huskar were just on the top lane, farming.
Yep, no TPs coming in from them. Don't really know why, but hey. And are they going to be able to do anything? There's a pushes and Huskar jumps in. Slark does actually fall to Huskar with no assistance here for the Radiant team. And is a hook coming in? Yes, it does. And Huskar being ulted immediately by Pudge. Can they get no Cooling Blade, so he doesn't want to go in. TP and Tiny coming in from behind, killing up Pudge, and can they do more?
I was about to say this Lich was probably gonna die to the Battle Hunger, but he did actually get the last hit. So now he's gonna help make the Axe pay for that.
TP's out, yeah. The stun, wow, a millisecond too late to get him. He does manage to TP outside to the fountain. And with all that, let's just check out the graphs are back in the middle. I mean, gold is in the middle, and experience is actually going towards the Radiant at this point. They do have more kills.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most of that is actually from the Pudge making up for the kind of mediocre start he had. I mean, he started out I think he actually started out as 0 for 4, or maybe 1 for 4, with just having to give his kills to other people and dying in the process. But now he's found 4 kills and 4 assists, and he's farming up pretty well. He's got his urns, got his mana boots, so
yeah,
I was afraid he might not make a big difference in early mid game, but yeah, you got him making quite a big difference.
Yeah, and as you can see, in terms of items, Axe does have his Tranquil Boots. He picked up a drum, and Lifestealer does have his armlet, and Kunkka now purchasing his Shadow Blade. And Tiny has a point booster. We'll see if he makes it into Anagonim's now, or chooses to go a drum or maybe a Yasha before. And that's what Tiny's do, pretty much, since that Aghanim change. And Pudge, let's see if you want to hook that illusion. Doesn't.
I highly advise against hooking illusions.
Well, he does hook the actual Tiny, but immediate stun and Force Staff by the Lich, by Vorst. Who, by the way, has a Force Staff really early. Good job. Go Vorst. And Enigma with working on the mechanism. There's no BKB or dagger coming in. Yeah, so we'll see what happens here in the middle lane. In terms of items, again, Venomancer has his Arcane Boots, and Huskar now picking up his Helm of Dominator. So
I'm actually surprised. Hani has managed to farm his Shadow Blade as well as Phase Boots. He's actually picked up really well from pretty much being forced in an annoying off lane where nothing can be achieved at all.
yeah, but after that tower dropped, he just pretty much stayed there and farmed kind of uninterrupted. And Axe is just going to be picked off by everybody from the Dire very easily. The hook is going to not do much. And hey, they're pushing in Tier 2 tower.
I'm not sure if they actually can though. Their pushing power is not all that great. They don't have any core team fight items up. Even the mecha.
Yeah.
He can purchase it now, but he hasn't done so yet. Pretty much all the utility they have is a Force Staff, and that only gets you out of danger. That doesn't help getting down towers. Especially not full HP towers.
Well, everybody from the Dire is here, so they really want this tower. And Huskar being Force Staffed in does not jump. Lich a little bit too far in. The ultimate, the fail bolt doesn't even get there, and Huskar jumps. Pudge immediately, black hole here, hits both Pudge and Lifesteal is dead in the middle, but Slark comes in from behind and picks off everybody. Tiny's gonna fall. One last hit from Kunkka. Venomancer is going to fall. Everybody falls except Pudge did die for the Radiant, and Enigma is pretty much dead. Culling Blade? There we go. Wow, that was a team wipe. A complete team wipe. The black hole did go there, but it caught a Lifestealer that didn't really care about it. And then Slark coming in from behind, wiping everybody out.
Yeah. The only real advantage that the Dire got from that was that Lifestealer actually wanted to buy back. I'm really not sure why. He needs that gold and he didn't achieve anything from the buyback, so that's pretty much an additional waste on top of dying. But in the grand scheme of things, it's probably not gonna matter because this gives so much map control towards the Radiant team. And it really just sends the message, you can't push yet. You don't have anything that it takes to kill us in a straight up team fight.
Yeah, they definitely tried to push when quite early. I mean, the Venomancer words are nice and Eidolons are nice, but that's not enough. I mean, really not enough in this case. And in terms of map control, it's fun to look at the minimap and you can actually see 4 wards coming in from the Dire, and there's 0 for the Radiant. And the Dire, we're going to take advantage of that and try and claim Roshan.
That's a much better way to get an advantage, since, yeah, this is not gonna get contested at all. The Radiant doesn't even have any idea that it's happening.
Yeah, so this Roshan is going to drop. There you go, and picks it up, Huskar. So he's gonna be annoying to kill twice. And Knight's picking up, going for the Basher. Very early Basher with no actual additional attack speed, other than that armlet. One of the reasons that Midas is so good, they actually see him and they throw a Lich, but he decides to TP out with that rage. But decides to kill that Lich at the end. Lich ultimate is gonna do nothing for Rage Knights, and Huskar comes in from behind with a stun by Tiny. Pudge actually hooking him to kill off that Lich, and Slark. No, once again, they jump in here, the tier 2 tower, close by, and Pudge has his hook again. Does manage to get Huskar, ults him immediately. Tiny comes in here, kills off Axe, and Huskar, too much trouble for Pudge. So this time it kind of worked, I guess. But wow, failboat. It did manage to hit Enigma though. Huskar jumping in, they want Kunkka. He has Shadow Blade.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yep.
under attack.
Are they gonna get this
Yeah,
tower?
It did work this time because they actually got a pretty... It was really hard fought picking off that Nakes at the start, but well played by using the Chain Frost just to interrupt the TP, then managing to run away just long enough for Huskar to catch up and pick off the Nyx. It was probably more difficult than it really could have been, but completely worth it. It gets them the rest of the team fight just rolling in their way. They've got the mecha up, so their team fight is just better than the Radiant at this point.
And they did get that tower as well. And what I wanted to say about the Lifestealer, that he does run a Go Basher relatively early, but you usually have attack speed, and you really do need attack speed as Lifestealer, and Midas does give you 30 additional attack speed. If you add that up to the power treads and to what you get from Armlet, that's pretty hefty without even having a Hyperstone or anything. And Slark picks up Lich very easily at the top with some help from Kunkka.
I think that the Lifestealer making Basher is more so that he can stand toe-to-toe with Huskar, since the Huskar has got himself Helm of the Dominator, which means that if he gets low HP and his Berserker blood damage gets really high, then it actually takes way more than it should be to get him over the last few inches of health. And a Basher really helps by just stopping his auto attacks for a while, stopping all of his lifesteal, and just giving you an opportunity to actually pick him off for once. And it seems that Slark is actually also going for a Basher. He's bought himself a Belt of Giant Strength as well. Normally you see that after a Mask of Madness on Slark, but I guess he wants it first. That's already wants a Necro book. It's not unheard of, but kinda odd.
And yeah, the entire Dark came in here to get them, but Pudge ults up after, while under the effects of Enigma, and the Failboat actually hits everything. There's not enough mana for that black hole. Huskar does drop. Venomancer is going to fall very quickly as well. And Huskar, yeah, that Basher. Let's see if it works. And wow, Cooling Blade a second before, but the Burning Spear actually picks off Axe. Wow, so that's 1 for 1 in terms of that. Cooling Blade came in the last second, but the Burning Spear was too much. It's
and
weird.
That was a 5v3 fight, wasn't it? Tiny wasn't there and Lich wasn't there.
Yeah, the Dire really wanted to push the second tier tower. I have no idea why, but then they kind of picked off Pudge alone, so he died very, very quickly. And yeah, Huskar had 2 lives, so I guess you could say it was 4v4 in some way. For some reason, the thing that interests me here is, why did Huskar use Burning Spear? I mean, it did get him the kill, but if you use Burning Spear, you're not getting lifesteal. They don't stack. So
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know why he used Burning Spear.
I guess he realized that he was gonna die anyway. I mean, even at low HP, even with the most damage in the world, it's 1 Huskar up against 4 pretty tanky heroes that also do pretty high amounts of damage. So he probably banked on taking someone with him.
Well, yeah, but I think the lifesteal that you do get allows you to stay longer than the Burning Spear damage grants you, so
Possibly.
I don't know. Huskar here jumping on Slark with a dust, but Kunkka was close by as well, so I don't know why he did that.
He actually got caught out by the Slark, and well, once the Slark starts pouncing and hitting you with an Orb of Venom, it's pretty hard to get away from him.
Yes.
So he probably should have tried anyway. I mean, he knew that Kunkka was close by because Ghost actually got picked off at that same location. And the Basher is done on Slark. Let's hope he makes the Mask of Madness afterwards.
Lifestealer as well. Venomancer getting picked off by the Infest of Lifestealer, and the mid tower does fall.
He actually has a Ghost Scepter, which he pretty much used on time, but then he got hit by Slark's nuke, followed by Lifestealer's ultimate nuke. So he just got nuked to death by 2 heroes, which you most usually consider right-click heroes.
Beautiful hook here, very easy to Tiny, and Cooling Blade is going to finish him off. Tiny does have a Yasha and his Aghanim Scepter by now, which is nice, and they're pushing their advantage. The Radiant team very easily can pick off this tower when 2 dire heroes are dead, especially the big one, which is Tiny. And I don't know what the Dire can really do. They can't really contest this.
Yeah, not without the Tiny. Even if they do get a really great combo off with a a great black hole into a great chain frost into whatever the hell else you want. If there's not a tiny there cleaving people down, then it's not as great as you want it to be.
Dire's top tower
Yeah, and the
is
Radiant
under attack.
just keep on going. They have no reason to stop. Really, do we have Black Hole? Yeah, it is. Black Hole is up. But they really need that cleave from Tiny to...
He's got a blink dagger.
Yeah, now he does get that blink dagger. All the main items are there
Tower is under attack.
for pretty much everyone. And let's see what happens. It's 3v4 with Knight coming in from behind. Slark, they actually see him. The hook misses everything. Nikes can't do much. Huskar does drop. Failboat hits Tiny. But the Black Hole catches 3 heroes here. And Axe in the middle spinning around. Pudge killing off Enigma. Tiny can't do anything. Pudge, is he gonna drop? No, he's fine. And Lich and Venomancer running for their lives. Lifestealer, a couple of hits. Lich is dead. Huskar bought back. I doubt he can do anything, and he shouldn't really jump here. Only Slug dropping for the Radiant.
Yeah, didn't even see a chain frost. It was definitely used, but I just didn't see it do anything. These Radiant heroes are really tanky, all of them. Maybe he Hani has actually picked up a Lincoln Sphere. Maybe he fired it into that. I'm not sure. I didn't see.
Oh, who knows? That was really messy.
Yeah, but now you've got an Axe who is always pretty tanky, especially with Berserker Call. You've got a Kunkka who's really tanky with a Lincoln Sphere. You've got a Pudge with 11 Flesh Heap strength, so also pretty tanky. You've got the Nakes, the tankiest of the bunch, and, well, a Slark who just goes invisible, and if he doesn't, then he dies.
Yeah,
Which happened.
Yeah, which happened because there was a sentry ward right there.
Actually, dusts, but same effect.
No, there was also a sentry ward there. I didn't see a dust happen, but okay.
Oh yeah. Well, if you want to see him, why not see him twice? Just making sure. Because of course dusts can be easily dispelled by Slark if he has some good timing on his nuke.
Yes, that's
But
true.
sentry wards, those are a little harder to dispel.
Yes, that's correct. So,
And now there's a blade mail up on Axe, so if they even want to jump on that guy, well, they pretty much shouldn't.
yeah,
And
well, he does have a blink dagger, so he just jumps in and they can't do anything.
yeah,
And
and I'd actually like to see Pudge pick one up as well, since he's always the target of Huskar's ultimate. And as a Huskar, getting your ultimate blade mailed is really painful.
Yeah, Tiny failboated here, and he can't do anything against Berserker's Call. Cooling Blade will be the end of him. Axe is actually level 17, so he does have Cooling Blade at level 3, so that's just scary. And I think this is pretty much over in terms of the Radiant team. Just destroying the Dire. I mean, if you look at experience, it's 25,000 for the Radiant and a 10,000 gold. And the Roshan is going to be up in very, very, very shortly. Just a couple of seconds. And I don't think the Dire can really do anything, even if Tiny comes back right now.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either. The only way they can really pull this back is if they get some really good team fight coordination off, but
No,
they're having trouble just playing as a team in general.
Huskar has Burning Spear on. Now he finally dropped it, but I really don't understand. Black Hole hits 3 heroes for the Radiant, and Huskar is just wailing away. But wow, they both fail at the same time. Wow, Huskar does fall to
They're
Slark.
just
who
way
jumped
too
in.
tanky.
Yeah, wow. And GG well played coming in from a Vost. As he disconnects, he just disconnected. I guess that was it. I guess that was just it.
But is it though? Because everyone's still playing.
Yeah, everyone's still playing. I mean, it's a complete team wipe. And it's not really nice seeing a Vost just disconnect like that, but the game does seem pretty
No
much
one manner.
over. Yeah, it's bad manner to Vost, man.
Horst is such a Russian.
Yeah, that might be the case. And Kunkka buying up a Sacred Relic, probably going to go for that Divine right here. Because why not?
Yeah, why the hell not? It helps you pushing the base sooner now that they stopped. Well, they didn't actually stop defending.
Yeah, someone was using a Horse. He did uses Chain Frost there. Axe is waddling away.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
And hey, this game's still on for some reason. Huskar jumping in here. Slark invisible. Huskar can't do anything, being bashed especially.
Bottom tower is under
He's still alive though. And he's... Nope! Finally drops to Slark. Slark actually has 48 agility by now, which is insane. Venomancer drops very, very quickly to Pudge. Tiny coming in from behind with a stun. Axe drops and immediate Pudge ultimate. And wow, Slark does fall. Kunkka. One last hit, not enough to get Enigma. Both of them so low. Hook misses, stun, one hit, and the Kunkka. Kunkka with that damn Tidebringer picks him off, and Pudge is the one to get the last of Enigma.
It's kind of funny. That was the first time that Fly actually kind of started out carrying someone, despite him having pretty decent farm and, you know, being a really big Tiny with level 16 and Aghanim's. And they still turn it around and just put two people, pick him off with ease.
Yeah, so JayKay paused. I don't know why, but he seems to be away from keyboard. Because he's not moving.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess it's a 4v4? Because the game people are still playing?
Well, I guess so, even though it's not really a fair 4v4.
Well, yeah, it's not fair in terms of the Dire because they can actually use Lich.
Well, yeah, that's another way to look at it.
Yeah, it is. If we look at the experience, holy crap, it's actually 40k experience for the Radiant. That does not seem possible, but somehow it is. And the Chain Frost picks off Pudge. Lifestealer is here with a Mjolnir, so let's see if 3 heroes can actually get him. And Axe jumps in here to destroy everyone. The Black Hole comes in, and Nyx does actually fall to Enigma, and Axe as well to Lich. Wow. And Tiny is here, sees Kunkka, goes for it. Slark coming in from behind Axe.
You found the AFK Kunkka.
Yeah, he found the AFK Kunkka, but Slark is here. And Slark does manage to... No! Tiny... Oh, the hook is gonna be the end of it. And Kunkka...
Trixi, why are you so unmannered?
Well, yeah, Kunkka...
I think maybe he's trying to make the game a little bit more of a challenge. Take away the Kunkka and the teams are... As you can see by how the game works, it's a little bit more even. So I guess that might be the reason why he's resuming all the time.
Yeah, I guess it's a 4v4, and Pudge is moving Kunkka. That's one way to do that. He's just hooking him away.
I think he wants to hook him on top of that, the little ward hill. Go do that, Trixi.
No, I doubt
Go
he
do
can
it.
do that.
Nah, he goes the wrong way.
He's gonna clear the creeps and then pull in Jake. Okay. That's it?
I think it's saying a lot if this is the most amusing thing that's happened in this game right now. I mean, sure, the Radiant haven't taken any racks yet, but the kills, the deaths that they've had over the last few minutes have pretty much been
Humorous.
out of not taking fights seriously more than, you know, not being strong enough.
Well, yeah, Lifestealer picking off Roshan by himself, and then Huskar coming in, and he's just destroying him with his basher. Yeah, this should end pretty quickly. Unless there's some insane turnaround, which I doubt will happen. Yeah, abandonment by Vorst, finally, after 5 minutes. There's 40k difference in experience. That's
Radiant's bottom
That's
tower is
insane.
under attack.
40k, that's so much. And just 20k gold. And Pudge getting picked off here. Is he going to manage to get Lich? No. But Nyx coming in from behind. Nyx doesn't care. Being thrown. Just hitting whatever comes by. He is... Oh, he's actually getting stunned. And he actually drops. Aegis is going to pop. But there's 4 very damaged heroes. And Nyx backs off. Or is he? No. He wants Lich. Lich 4 staffs away. Venomancer doesn't drop. No one dies. Oh, Venomancer does manage to fall eventually. And Axe comes in here. Slark comes in as well. Huskar on the run. He's going to fall Slark.
Well, so much for a turnaround if they have so much trouble killing just one guy.
Well, they did kill him. Hey, they did kill him even twice. He does fall to Venomancer's Plague Ward. Wow.
Actually, he fell to himself because he turned off Armlet just as there was an attack coming in.
That Plague Ward, man.
He would have been more than fine if he just let it on.
And the Black Hole is going to come in for Slark, and is there enough? No, there isn't. Dagger to jump up, but... Yeah, Slark's actually put up his ultimate, but he's visible because there's a sentry ward right here, so no regeneration. Now the regeneration comes in, and it astounds me every time. 165 per second regeneration on Slark.
He's already got an Eye of Skadi, which makes him incredibly tanky and makes it almost impossible to escape him.
Yeah, Lich played by someone. Slark picks him off. So yeah, this is just going to end hopefully in the next minute or so.
Just kill the throne.
Damn it, kill the throne, this weird game. And JayKay is still standing over here in the forest with his sacred relic.
Yep. He could buy a second sacred relic if he wanted.
Yeah, they're still
But,
playing though.
To do so, he'd have to be at his keyboard.
Yeah, he does not seem to be there. Tiny picking off with Huskar and Enigma. They did pick off Slark. How is this game still happening? I really don't get it.
Well, I guess it's mostly because Trixi thinks it's really necessary to farm up a Lincoln Sphere.
Axe
Otherwise, they
dropping.
really have no chance of winning.
Axe dropping as well to Huskar, and Tiny's here. Slark picks off the regeneration, but he's full anyways. Are they really want to chase him? Tiny really wants to chase Slark. Stun, hits, throw, and the hook! Oh, just misses! And Tiny finally understanding the error of his ways. There's a Pudge with a Dismember. Bye-bye, Tiny. Bye-bye. And right here we do have an almost dead Huskar as Lifestealer keeps chasing. Lifestealer has a Blink Dagger? What the hell? Yeah, he has
That's
a
quite
Blink
late to pick up a Blink Dagger, but it helps.
Yeah, they pick off JayKay. But Huskar,
No,
he got hooked. Slark is here, Tiny's back. Huskar still alive. TPs? No, the hook will get him. And Slark versus Tiny. Slark did pick off Venomancer, let's see. And Lifestealer blinks in to finish the job.
Dire's middle tower.
Slark against Tiny is funny. One has a bash hit, the other has craggy exterior. They constantly got stunned at the exact same time.
Wow, okay, is this going to end now? I mean, there's 4 heroes dead, except for Vorst, who's just standing there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep.
I don't think anybody can buy back, right? No.
No one should buy back. This game should just end so we can go to the next one.
Throne, kill.
See
Okay.
it right now.
Yeah, he's asking for it. He is asking for it.
Dire's bottom barracks.
So I think it's going to be over in a matter of minutes. Oh, I want to say seconds, but who knows?
Nice things.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, so we did see here a bad mannered Vorst and Trixi with very nice Pudge. Very nice Pudge. Black Hole.
A very trolly Pudge as well.
Slark, is Slark gonna fall? No, he's still alive. Huskar?
Dire's ancient is under attack.
Why is this game still happening? Seriously. Pudge picks off Enigma. Slark picks off Huskar. Lich dies to Pudge. Tiny's here though. Slark drops. They just don't give up. Never ever give up, right? Lifestealer finally targeting the throne. And, oh god, Fortification. Really? Tiny being hooked? This game is never ending.
Dire's ancient is under attack.
And Huskar manages to pick off Knights. And Axe gets him. The creeps. Come on, creeps. Oh, there we go. There we go. Finally the game ends, guys.
Finally.
Yeah.
Well, there you see, Team 5 melee heroes is pretty legit.
Yeah, it seems to work out pretty well, I guess. So, did we learn? Trixi plays a mean Pudge. That's cool. I'd love to see him play Pudge more, right? Onin?
Yep, I guess. Why not?
Yeah, so let's go in to the next game as we get it just at 2 minutes. Hold on just a second. 2-2-2. The second game should also be pretty interesting, unless my Dota crashes. No, it does not crash. Lovely. And, oh, I jumped too far ahead. See, this is lovely. There should be a better system for getting into the exact point of the replay that you want to get to. Okay, I am at 2 minutes. Onin, you're probably there. Right?
Give me a second, and yes.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, play. And let's jump in to the game. And on the Radiant side, we have an Enchantress, whom I have no idea who that is. And we have JayKay Honey on the Leshrac going to the top. We have Perker for Life T. Yeah. With the Shadow Shaman. This is actually No Tail on the Shadow Shaman. And at the middle we have Tallulah, which is Storm Spirit, which is actually Era. Fnatic Era, Enchantress like we said, and a Sven. Always lovely to see a Sven lately. In every freaking game, always. And on the dire side we have a Vengeful Spirit and an Ogre Magi who wants to kill Enchantress. First Blood. Stunned up. And
Please
another
no.
stun. Very easy. Aww. Well, that was easy.
Enchantress is sorry for existing, since that's the only reason they would be so hateful towards her.
That cannot be an easier pickoff. And hey, they want more. They have the stun. Stormfront is here. They have the haste. I'm sorry. Shadow Shaman's hiding
Shadow
in the
Shaman
trees.
knows he knows they want
He's in
to.
the trees. Stun up. Shadow Shaman, what is he gonna do? It's gonna hold up the Venge. And, oh, he does hold her. Storm Spirit, can he finish the job? No, he cannot. He's not fast enough with the Static Remnant. So no additional kill. The Ogre Magi is definitely going to roam. Tryhards. Definitely tryhards.
Yep, always gotta try harder. And they really should have gotten that kill on the Storm Spirit, but Ogre just ran a bit too far ahead, and the Venge, for some reason, started attacking the Rasta
Well,
for no
JayKay is
reason.
going to fall here. The stun hits, but hey, Vengeful Spirit is here as well, so the Drow... No, the Ogre Magi actually gets the last hit here. So we have an Ogre Magi and a Vengeful Spirit roaming. That's scary, and so far working very well.
Yep, it's 2 just left-click stunts. There's no way to screw that up.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the only thing that you have is not enough damage, such as happened in the mid lane.
Yep, Rubik against the Storm Spirit in the middle lane. This should be pretty annoying, I guess, for both of them. Especially when they both get hit level 6. So he gets Ball Lightning and Rubik just steals it. And Bounty Hunter against the Sven at the bottom lane. Sven unassisted.
Yep, although that's mostly because who was it? Well, the Rasta thinks it's more important to support his Storm Spirit mid than to help the Sven against his own solo opponent.
Yeah, well, and they are trading blows, the Sven and the Bounty Hunter here. And at the mid lane, we do have Ogre Magi coming in from behind. No, he doesn't. The animation starts, but doesn't actually finish. Twice the Shadow Shaman, first with a chicken, and the Storm Spirit pulls him in. Stun finally happens, but the Shadow Shaman picks off the Ogre Magi. Rubik picks off Storm Spirit, and Leshrac is here. Beautiful body block, and Rubik does fall to Leshrac. And everybody's always talking about tryhards in the all chat. Yeah, I guess everybody's middle pulling everything here.
Yep,
Leshrac.
If the only counter to try hard is trying harder, and that's exactly what the Fnatic guys are doing.
Vengeful Spirit turning around, stunning. The stun. No, JayKay, no. Drow Ranger's here though. Oh, she does get him, but Leshrac does have boots and Drow Ranger does not.
Radiant's
So they
top
cannot
tower
follow
is
that
under
one up.
attack.
Yep. It's the second game in a row that Annie is pretty much playing a suicide offlaner. With a hero that's totally not supposed to offlane, but if you buy boots on pretty much any guy and go offlane, then you'll pretty much do decently. Unless, of course, you get stunned twice in a row by...
Yeah, Ogre Magi at the bottom picking off Sven with the help of Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter actually got the last hit, almost dying, but he made it. Ogre Magi doing a wonderful work here, roaming really well.
Yeah, it's one of the only things that he's really good in, with his stun being, well, a decent duration, decent damage, and especially low mana cost at this level, so just clarity is more than enough for him. He's looking at this Enchantress, but that's not gonna... Oh, and he misses the troll.
About the Shadow
That
Shaman?
is sad.
Shadow Shaman? No.
And then there's also the fact that this guy has amazing amounts of strength, so he can actually tower dive despite being a low-level support hero, which is...
Yeah, almost 800 HP at level 3 is pretty nice. And he goes really deep here. Troll. Shadow Shaman being up to the air and stunned by Vengeful Spirit. He is going to drop here.
Radiant's middle tower
They're
is
following in.
Come get healed.
Rubik gets damaged. Enchantress with a heal. Will it be enough? Rubik falls. And Storm Spirit does fall, but he does manage to get Rubik. One last hit, and Shadow Shaman is already back. Ogre.
He actually bought back.
Yeah, he bought back and TP'd in. And that troll, last hit. Are they going to be able to get Vengeful? No, she's much faster than a very, very slow Shadow Shaman.
And he doesn't have mana for 2 more spells. If he did, then he might have been able to get a Hex first and a Shackle afterwards. But you need mana for that, and he doesn't have it right now.
Yeah, Stormstrick really wants to be level 6 by now so he can maneuver better out of all these insane ganks happening at 5 minutes in the game.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes in, it's already 6-6. That's what happens when you try hard. You get the most amusing games.
Okay, so Sven at the bottom, actually level 6 finally, Bounty Hunter. They're the first guys to get level 6. And let's take a look at the gold per minute. Storm Spirit actually doing the best. And we have Shadow Shaman, Vengeful Spirit playing vision games. A stun from Leshrac does happen, and bye-bye Vengeful Spirit. You wander too much. She does keep alive for one more second, but Storm Spirit picks her off. And he's finally level 6. Finally, the ball lightning comes in. A Vortex. Rubik can't do much. Shadow Shaman picks him up with one last Ether Shock. Storm Spirit has...
And all the Rubik wanted was a DD rune.
Yeah.
That's all he wanted. It's actually surprising if you look at the gold graph that pretty much on the bottom are Bounty Hunter and Sven is only somewhere in the mid. They've just been alone in that lane all the time. They could have gotten every last hit they wanted. But they spent so much time harassing each other and killing each other. Well, at least... Yeah, I think they both killed each other once.
At one point.
That their CS is actually really bad.
Yeah, and obviously everybody else was involved in some sort of kills. I mean, if you look at the kills and assists, there's numbers everywhere. Assists, kills, and deaths for everyone. So they
Numbers everywhere.
There's numbers everywhere, and it's 7 minutes. And the ball lightning jump in. Rubik, is he gonna drop one last hit? Yes, Shadow Shaman does manage to pick him off, but he's very low HP. One last hit will be enough, and Ogre Magi wants that stun, but thinks better of it. At the top, Vengeful Spirit helps Drow Ranger pick off Leshrac, does get the last hit. And there's a Sentry Ward at the mid lane, so Bounty Hunter who is now making his way to the mid lane.
But it's gonna take a while for him to arrive there.
Yeah. Okay, Ogre Magi and Vengeful Spirit once again here. Still no level 6 for any of them. And Leshrac is here, Enchantress is here. Enchantress is level 6 finally. Drow Ranger picking up the tower at the top, having very nice farm so far. And the ball lightning
Just
jump
coming
in.
from behind.
Vortex on Ogre Magi. Stun, but he's in the air. Storm Spirit. Ogre Magi drops to Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit drops to Vengeful. And hey, ball lightning Rubik. Hell yeah.
Doesn't actually help much except for escaping, since it costs so much mana and he doesn't get overload from it.
And Shadow Shaman drops to Bounty Hunter, comes in from behind. Ball Lightning, this time it's the real one, and Rubik can't get away from the Vortex range and drops to Storm Spirit. And they all retreat back, though Bounty is hasted and he's here, but no one is low HP, except for Storm Spirit, I guess. But it's Storm Spirit.
And meanwhile, the Sven is just last hitting and watching other people have a good game.
All that action. Yeah, and his CS is not stellar. I mean, Draw Ranger's doing better. And she has some kills to her name. No, she doesn't actually. She has just 2 assists. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of action, but at this stage, it's really... There are 2 heroes who are pretty much not seeing any action at all, and that's the hard carry Sven and the hard carry Drow Ranger. Which suggests that this fight in this whole game is probably gonna surround around which of these 2 heroes gets the biggest. And currently, that's definitely the Drow Ranger.
Yeah, so it seems. And Sven is obviously pushed back here. He's tracked up. And I don't know if he knows that there's a Vengeful and Ogre. I don't see how he could know. Now Vengeful showing herself with a swap. Stun immediately. Stun from Ogre Magi. Bye-bye Sven. Bounty Hunter picked up the last hit with a Shuri toss. Yep, she's level 6 finally. She has the swap. Ogre Magi has his lucky multicast. And at the middle, the Shrek has Diabolic Edict level 1. He actually went JayKay going Split Earth and Lightning and no Edict. I never liked that build, really.
It's the carryless drag build, which is kind of odd considering he was offlaning, and his farm is pretty bad actually.
He makes it away with a Vengeful Spirit with that stick charges, and Enchantress picks off Vengeful Spirit. She's picked off in the air right now. Rubik, slow down. Hit, stun comes in. Bye-bye Rubik. As Ogre Magi backs away. Double kill for Enchantress coming in from behind here, and hey, she's level 6. Impetus hurts a lot.
Yep, especially when you get the max range like happened in that fight. Yeah. And the bounty found Honey, who pretty much has no... Or, yes, he does have hope of escaping.
He's just standing next to the tower. Regenerating it with a nice Urn Charge and some Tangoos.
Yep, and that gives the Q for Bounty to just TP out.
Yeah,
there's no way he's gonna get that kill. It's also too low on mana.
So gold per minute, Storm Spirit. Still better than Drow, but other than Drow, the Radiant pretty much kicking ass.
Yep, which is kind of surprising since there is a Bounty Hunter. I don't think he actually had too many track kills. Like, he got a bunch of kills. Yeah. Actually, he's only got 3 kills. That's not a single assist. That's a lot less than I expected.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the first one was on Sven when he wasn't even level 6.
Yeah, so that's only 2 track kills. So he's gonna need to do to just throw out a lot more tracks and actually get
and not
dead.
Die so easily here. Just a Sentry Ward just placed. He went invisible. He sees someone goes invisible, but Sentry Ward. Rubik is gonna be
the weirdest place to sentry though.
Yeah, but it worked. Storm Spirit here. Bye-bye, Rubik. Or is it? Yep, it is. It's that Storm Spirit. And at the top, we do have Enchantress dropping to Drow Ranger. Sven is red and raging, but it's not enough. A swap from Vengeful Spirit. Stun up on the Shrek. He does fall to Vengeful Spirit stun. And a stun thrown by Sven, but he can't do much. And we have Shadow Shaman on the sidelines here waiting. But there's 3
got his
heroes.
ulti up.
Yeah, he does have his ulti up, but he's going to drop very quickly if he comes in. They all have their stuns up. And Bounty Hunter is going to find him? Yes, he is. Or not? I'm pretty sure he saw him. Yeah, there we go. Stun, multicast ×2. He's not even going to make it anything. No, he did. managed to make a chicken out of Ogre Magi, but
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
JR Ranger's gonna pick up tier 2 tower.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And that was a good track kill finally.
Yeah.
And they might have... Nice, it's too close to it.
Storm
And he's
Spirit.
got too much mana.
Wow,
Or...
Storm Spirit just bounty hunter with that Shuri toss. Level 4 does a lot of damage, and he was just sent to the air with telekinesis by Rubik. Ogre Magi TPing out before Shadow Shaman can find him. Whew, a lot of action happening here. Trading really blow for blow. Tryhards, definitely tryhards.
Tryhards make for the...
Most amusing.
Tryhards make for the funniest games.
Definitely. And Rubik, Troll Warlord here, and he's slowed down. 1 impetus, 2 impetus, and hey, Vengeful Spirit coming in here. Not dead, still not dead, 7 HP. Holy crap, TP's out, she's gonna make it. There we go.
That was... One of those attacks was not an impetus, and that's the only thing that saved her. Just
Yeah, wow.
gotta keep pressing that R button.
So close. And hey, yeah, they can't really do anything here. Just Rubik and Ogre Magi. They're just waiting. And yeah, the Radiant does not push, it seems. Invisible Bounty Hunter, there's a Sentry Ward right here. So he's not really invisible. And the Shrek sees him again, Sentry Ward. Shadow Shaman. And now he knows because the creeps are hitting him and he's getting the hell out of there. So tracks up Shadow Shaman. And everybody from the Dire is here. Jar Ranger. Shadow Shaman really wants it. Telekinesis up. Multicast up on Leshrac. Silence for everyone. They have to get away. Enchantress still alive. Counter Serpent Ward Trap. And Enchantress makes it away. Yeah, Rubik did steal that. Kind of a bad position, but I guess it helps with the creeps.
Yeah, he really should have saved those. I mean, Honey was dead anyway, and those things would have been really good for pushing down this tower. I guess they probably get it anyway, because just look at this damage.
Drow is insane.
Look at Drow Ranger's base damage right now.
Man, that is very scary, definitely very scary, and especially when Vengeful Spirit stands close to her.
Yep.
That's really scary.
But even without her, it's 200 damage. With her, it's 250 damage.
What the hell was Enchantress doing? Storm Spirit? If Drow was there, 2 hits and Storm Spirit would be dead. He's still alive though. Silence misses. Yeah.
The funny part is also, look at the Vengeful's damage. She's a support hero. She was roaming, and she's hitting for 160 per hit.
Well, yeah, with Drow's aura, that's just scary.
Yeah, she's got 2 Wraith Bands and power and agility threads, so she's pretty much going to semi-carry Vengeful, despite being a roamer.
Well,
It's weird
let's
how that
see.
works.
And Storm Spirit is silenced, stunned up. One more hit, 2 more hits because of the charges, the stick charges. Vengeful Spirit can't stun if you're a chicken. And he does hold her, but that's not gonna really stop him. Drow Ranger hitting from the bottom. Drow Ranger's aura is insane. I mean, really insane. I mean, I remember playing against her, if it gets really late, the ranged creeps push so hard because they get such a huge bonus damage.
Yep, that's true.
I mean,
She's not really... People like to think that she got an amazing buff in the last version, but for her own damage, it's not really the greatest buff. She maybe got like... It kind of depends on what level you are. There are some levels where she gets a lot bigger advantage over the pre-buff state than before, but this is pretty much how Drow always used to be. If you give her a free power thread, Self the Dominator, and she's going for Sanji Yasha. Please just be a Yasha and a BKB. Please. Please just be that. But yeah, if she just gets a few base items on, she always has pretty high damage.
Wow,
And
multicast
with
on.
the Vengeful on its team.
and Storm Spirit coming in here. Shadow Shaman as well. Bounty Hunter's gonna drop. And stun up on Storm Spirit. Wow, immediate dismemberment. And a swap for Vengeful Spirits. Shadow Shaman can't do much. Bounty Hunter's back. Storm Spirit buys back as well. That went badly for the Radiant.
Yep, and that's more track kills for the Bounty, who's level 11 by now, so his GPM is really picking up. He's already ahead of the Sven and everyone else on the Radiant except for Storm.
Yeah, so in terms of, let's talk about potential. We always talk about potential. I don't really know what to say. I mean, Drow can be huge, and Bounty Hunter can also get huge. Sven, on the other hand, one hits and kills everything.
Yeah, that's pretty much the difference in this whole team. The Radiant has some potential to just kill the entire Dire team, whereas the Dire team has potential to kill individual Radiant heroes really, really quickly. I mean, you just need to land one stun and have Drow attacking any of these heroes, and he'll die pretty fast. But if any of those heroes are clumped up and Sven gets a BKB ulti charge, then the whole team is dead.
Yeah.
Kind of like this poor Drow.
Yeah, poor Drow. Storm Spirit has a very large initiation, and the Shrek is invisible here. And Bounty Hunter is invisible as well. Double Sentry Ward will totally reveal him like twice, yo. And he does drop.
All they needed was another Dust and a Gem and a Necro 3.
Yeah.
Only then is it overkill.
Yeah, definitely. Sven picking up his Mask of Madness now. And has 1600, so that's gets him closer to his BKB. I'm assuming he's gonna go BKB, but yeah, you never know.
It really should. It's especially once you've already made a Mask of Madness, you'd be stupid not to get a BKB. Because clicking Mask of Madness, then getting multicast means you did.
Yeah, and the Shrek hits both of them. The Sven also hits both of them, and a Shadow Shaman picks off both of them. Both of Ogre Magi and Vengeful Spirit. Yeah, just everything hit everything. Ogre Magi didn't actually manage to get any single spell out. And this tower is going to drop to an Angry
And that's
Sven.
exactly the potential of the Radiant team. They've got really good AoE, and they've also got pretty good initiation with the Storm Spirit, and I hope eventually the Enchantress can also help with that, but we'll see what she decides to make. She's only got a Ghost Scepter because she's so afraid of the Drow Ranger.
Yeah, Rubik drops very quickly. The question is, the Drow Ranger is at the top of the chart still, and the question is, will she get so insane that she drops everybody on the Radiant team very quickly? And in terms of squishiness, the Shrek is very squishy, even though he has 2 bracers. Enchantress, very squishy, he doesn't actually have her untouchable up till now. Shadow Shaman, again, very squishy, and Storm Spirit, again, very squishy. I mean, they're all heroes that she can pick off very, very quickly if she gets farmed, and actually right now she's scary just right now if Vengeful Spirit stands next to her. So they can actually, they do have a very good lineup here.
Yeah, well, both teams have, like I said, both teams have really good potential. It really just comes down to, oh god, Sven bought a Shadow Blade.
Really? Yeah.
Yep, really.
Wow. Well, Shadowblade works, I guess. I mean, it's okay-ish.
You're able to cleave the Shadow Blade crit thingy, but it delays that BKB that is so vital. Even though it doesn't do anything against the Drow Ranger, and also not against the Bounty Hunter, since he still gets his crit off and gets his track off. But yeah, there's a Bounty Hunter, so your Shadow Blade's also not going to be defensive.
Yeah.
It's just a damage item,
And
it doesn't do anything else.
And there's 2 stuns and a telekinesis on the Dire team, and he goes for Shadowblade instead of a damn BKB. Yep. And they did pick up Roshan. It's very easy for Drow Ranger if she has her helm. And at the middle, wow, he just destroyed Rubik very easily. They're smoked up. Let's see what they can do here. Track up on Sven. He has ult. I don't know why he's running away. He's just turned around and killed the crap out of them.
If he'd run into them, he would have gotten stunned by everything and everyone, and Drow would have been right on his tail and killed him easily. So
Stone Spirit
it's
Illusion.
good job that he want anything there.
Yeah, Stone Spirit Illusion gets revealed here, and so he knows.
Oh yes, this really shows how tryhard the Dire really is.
Yeah,
They've also got an Ogre Magi with a Bloodlust, which gives the Drow amazing attack speed alongside her amazing damage that she also gets from the Vengeful's aura.
Shadow Shaman daggering in, Storm Spirit coming in here, Bounty Hunter. Finally dropping to Leshrac. Drow Ranger picking off Shadow Shaman very quickly with a couple of hits because that's all she needs. Stun on the Enchantress. Bye-bye Enchantress. Or not. Wow, she pulled off that Ghost Scepter at the last second. Storm Spirit is here. He's silenced. Hit. 2, and that's it. Drow picks him up, but Sven coming in from behind. Aegis is going to pop. Let's see what they can do here. Rubik's stolen the stun on JayKay. Leshrac drops to a multicast. And no bounty hunter.
That was such a clutch silence. The Sven just got some mana boots so he could actually use his ultimate, but now he's again out of mana.
And the stun on Rubik working very well. Drow killing everything.
And the completely unnecessary buyback by the Sven, because he doesn't even have a TP scroll, so how the hell are you even gonna do anything?
It's called Rage, dude. Rage.
Indeed, but rage is never a way to win games. Want to win games, you might want to start by not raging.
And not being greedy as well. So Drow Ranger has a BKB now, and 1300 gold on top of that. It should be flying any second now.
Yeah, the BKB is really huge because it just means that Storm Spirit can't jump on her. He doesn't really have anything to jump on her with. Like, he doesn't even have his Orchid yet, and we're at 24 minutes. He doesn't have anything except for almost being level 16 going for him. I actually really don't know where all that gold went. He must have bought back like 2 or 3 times too.
Yeah, Sven. Well, now back to 1200, but yeah, he went that Shadow Blade, who's it's pretty much. It's just a really stupid choice. It's just stupid in this case.
Yeah, it's fun. And you're in a pub, but we play pubs to win, not to have fun.
Yeah, Drow Ranger has a DD, and she does 463 damage. I know math. And she has a BKB now. That's so scary. And she has 21 armor also. So Sven does physical damage, and 26 armor is pretty badass. I don't know what the Radiant can really do here with such a bad Sven. I mean, they're counting on him pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. They're either counting on him or counting on Storm Spirit to get some really good initiates and being able to burst down the Storm, the Drow Ranger, before she gets that BKB off. But that's pretty much relying on her not having great reaction time and
not a Chrysalis.
Her team not being there to stun whatever, pretty much whatever gets in close.
Dude, Bloodlust, she has a Chrysalis. One crit, someone dies on the Radiant team right now. And they Shadow Shaman not afraid at all, jumping in here, but getting stunned immediately, holding up Drow Ranger. Serpent Wards, BKB has not gone off yet. Drow Ranger, BKB, and she runs away. 100 HP, Sven cleaning up everything here, including Rubik. Drow Ranger just running away. Superman. He has... Well, yeah, that was easy. Leshrac picks off the last hit, and that's about it. Drow Ranger did manage to get the hell out.
And I think they were running around with a gem because Sven now has one.
Yeah, Sven has a gem.
I don't think he bought that one himself.
Rubik had a gem, and Sven did kill him, so Sven has a gem now.
Nope. Which is helpful because there's a bounty hunter.
Yeah, he just...
We don't want a bounty hunter running into our team.
Unless you do want a bounty hunter running into your team, because he just killed the gem. Exactly.
Well, at least the Ogre Magi agrees with us.
He seems like a proper fellow. A proper fellow. That's what I have to say.
I think we've got our explanation for why Sven has a Shadow Blade. Because in his word, he don't give a shit.
Yep. Hey, roar is the best way to play Sven. I mean, seriously, it's pretty much it's Sven. You just roar in, press BKB, and right click. Ult, stun, and right click, and then that's it. And Bounty Hunter is here. Sven.
So is Rubik.
Yeah, War Cry actually he got. Rubik got Row Cry, not a stun, but yeah, he does fall. Enchantress is here, and she wants Rubik. Storm Spirit coming in here, very long range initiation as usual. But hey, Drow is here, silence up Storm Spirit, but doesn't use Frost Arrows, and yeah, doesn't catch up to him. Shadow Shaman warding up, but dropping very quickly. A swap here for Bounty Hunter. Storm Spirit still alive, TPing out of here. Enchantress, Charming getting her. And the wards will drop to Ogre Magi, which is nice gold, I guess. Man, that was messy. And I think that went towards the Dire this time.
Yeah, but it was... Well, it was 3 for 2, so you might say that looks kind of even. But it's a Rubik and a Vengeful,
Yeah.
which aren't really all that important for the Dire. In exchange for Sven, Enchantress, and
Yeah.
Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, if you look at the graphs, we do see that the Radiant have 10,000 in terms of experience and about 3,000 right now in terms of gold. That probably just changed as Drow Ranger picked up the tower. But
It's actually really surprising that the Radiant has a gold advantage. I mean, they've got a lot less towers,
Yeah.
and they don't have track. So that really means that they've done a lot more farming.
And it seems like the Drow Ranger is destroying everything. I mean, it is 34 to 31 in terms of kills, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just really wondering where all this mana went, because in terms of net worth, it really doesn't show. It shows, in terms of net worth, it shows that the Drow Ranger has enough farm for 2 Radiant heroes.
Yeah.
Honey and Era together have the same amount of farm as Drow. But for some reason, they don't have the gold advantage.
Sven makes me laugh. This guy makes me laugh. This is exactly how you should play Sven, with caps lock on. Seriously. That's it, especially in a pub.
If you want to be obnoxious, maybe. But the good news is Sven is actually making a BKB and he's actually pretty close to it.
Oh, lovely. So the Radiant do have a chance. And,
Definitely.
Yeah, and Stormspirit with his Orchid now. So they finally get up those items at 30 minutes. A bit late, but especially now the Drow Ranger also has a Manta style, so that silence won't mean much on her at least, but it's not intended for her anyways. It's more intended on an Ogre Magi or Rubik.
There's only one.
And Sven is going to be picked up here very easily. The gem is on Bounty Hunter. Sven finally picked up by Ogre Magi. Last hits.
What a sealer.
Yeah. And they want more.
I just noticed that both the Rubik and the Ogre Magi have picked up Ghost Scepters, so I hope that Sven saw that, so that he doesn't go for any of those guys. Vengeful is still a possible target. Drow Ranger. He actually should be going for Drow Ranger first.
Wow, Drow Ranger. I mean, Storm Spirit
Oh,
jumped
sorry.
up the Bounty Hunter and almost killed him, but Drow Ranger came in from behind, a couple of shots, and just dropped.
Yeah. He wasn't expecting her to be there, and that led to his death.
Yeah, it didn't.
Always gotta know where these people are. Always need your map control.
Yeah. Drow Ranger is super scary right now, incredibly scary. And hey, they're just pushing bottom lane, because why not? There's Storm Spirit and Sven are dead. That's the two main people. And for some reason, JayKay is at the top, trying to push this tower. I mean, he'll be able to get it pretty easily, but at the cost of a Rax.
He knows that he can't defend this as long as Storm isn't there, because Storm's Initiate is the only thing that gives them a good chance in team
And
fights.
swap up for the Enchantress, but she does have a Ghost Scepter, stunned up, telekinesis up, and Rubik picks her off with his Fade Bolt. As the tower and the Rax drop very quickly. Sven's finally here, but no BKB, so he gets stunned and stunned again, and he does drop to Rubik. Drow Ranger picking off Shadow Shaman, they can't do anything. And the Shrek with an unfortunate triple multicast. Yeah, this is done. This is kind of done. Storm Spirit coming in, picking off. Wow, he just picked off Vengeful and Rubik. That's a nice double
And just jumps all the way out again.
kill. Yeah. Well,
Yep.
he can't contest this anyway. Jumps in.
But that's kind of sad. It pretty much shows that one miscalculation, thinking he could have killed that bounty hunter on the bottom lane without anyone being there to contest it. Just that one silence from the Drow picking off the storm led to them being able to push Rax. Sven got impatient, had to initiate, didn't get anywhere with it. And now the game's pretty much over.
Yeah. I mean,
Because Drow is so good.
look at the net worth. Drow has double of Sven. Double of what Sven has, and they're both the carries. I mean, she has 5k. She has 5.7k. This is completely done. Completely done. And as you said, the Radiant totally have really good teamwork. I mean, they have team potential, but they need teamwork in order to actually get it out. We did see incredible
especially
stuns.
they just need 5 people because
Yeah.
they don't have the kind of heroes that can just make something happen with fancy play and pull a 4v5 out of their hat. Especially against the Drow, it's not gonna happen. She's just gonna right click and you're gonna die.
Yeah, the funny
That's
thing.
what Zipers do.
The funny thing is 37-37. I mean, in terms of kills, it looks fine, but if we look at the experience, what the hell? In terms of experience, the Radiant are still 2.5k over. In terms of gold, no, gold is finally going towards the Dire, 7.5k. But experience, well, the graphs say the Radiant still.
Well, I guess it might be accurate. It's mostly because the Dire team actually clumps up a lot. They have Rubik, Fench, and Ogre pretty much being in the same place constantly, not really farming much. Whereas the Radiant has Storm at a pretty high level, Sven at a pretty high level, and Leshrac at the same level as the rest of the Dire. So, yeah, a small exp advantage, but it's mostly on the Sven, and it's not gonna make a huge difference.
Oh yeah, this game is pretty much over. Hey, Sven has a BKB at 34 minutes. That's a bit too late.
Under attack.
I think that Shadow Blade really did. That Shadow Blade pretty much says that. Hey, Sven finally BKBing in, jumping in here, but the Drow Ranger hit him like once, and he just dropped. And Vengeful also do a lot of damage.
Look at how much damage that was.
Yeah, that was. He just.
Drow just happened to hit him once, crit, and took off half his HP, and that was with Warcry on.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Well, I guess tryhards tried hard enough.
Yeah, Stormtrooper jumping in. Well, this was a fun experience, I'd say.
Under attack.
Drow Ranger destroys you, and Drow Ranger, she picked up a Daedalus after her Chrysalis.
Yeah, sure, why not? Can't have too many crits.
Radiant's
I don't even know what happens in this case. Does both of them work? I don't think so.
I'm actually not sure about Dota 2 because it's doing weird things about crits, but if both trigger at the same time, it shouldn't stack. It should just be the best crit going on.
Well, this game is over. That was... Well, I guess that was a raging Sven doing stupid things and deserving to really lose that game. Pretty much.
And sadly, I've seen too many Svens like that.
Yeah. Well, I blame Loda. Personally, I just blame Loda. I mean, you put Sven back, and you could blame Iceborg too for giving him 70% cleave. But, yeah. Loda's to blame, totally. For bringing that hero back into the pool. Personally, I want Zeus back. I mean, Loda, if you're listening, bring Zeus back. I want Zeus in the game. I love his nuking, and he's pretty cool. Really. Yeah, and
Definitely.
so as we're loading up the last game for today, I am exactly at 2 minutes. Onin?
So am I.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, and go. So, for the last game, at the Radiant side, we do have a really weird career. Dreaded Grievous, he looks weird. And we have a Disruptor at the bottom, along with the Skeleton King. At the mid, we have Shadow Fiend, who's always fun to see in the middle lane. Darkseer going off lane, and Axel going to the forest. And on our Fnatic team, we have Rubik going to the bottom lane. Off lane Rubik should be fun. Trixi, once again, on Pudge. And as we saw, he's pretty good with that. And
Yep.
at the top, Fnatic
We
Era.
have No Tail, or what's the Era?
Yeah, Era and AA.
Which is which?
And, wait, no, Era is on
No,
the AA, right? Yeah. And Meepo.
Yeah, Era's on the AA, so No Tail is playing the Meepo.
Hell yeah, we have a Meepo. dude, we have a Meepo.
Once again, we have a Meepo.
Yeah, I'm excited.
The battle
Meepo's always
And then we have not the hacks on the Windrunner, who's also going bottom lane. So we've actually got a dual lane at the bottom.
I haven't seen those
It's actually surprisingly good.
forever. Yeah, Darkseer, ow. Oh, very ow. Darkseer. He doesn't have Surge, he took up the Void, and body blocking by Meepo. Wow, this is
Goes
going to be
up.
first blood. No, he does salve up. Let's see what happens here. In 3 seconds, we have an Earthbind. Does get one hit, 200 HP. And Chilling Touch was picked up by Ancient Apparition, which is interesting. Oh, and it misses.
This is it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, No Tail. You missed that incredibly hard to hit Earthbind.
With that incredibly low range, which is actually a
400.
miracle if you ever hit it.
500.
Yeah, Chilling Touch. I actually really like this. It got buffed recently, but even before that buff, it's severely underrated. I mean, 50 damage for 3 attacks. If you hit 3 attacks, that thing does 150 magic damage. And he just...
Wow, one hit.
Dark
Oh,
Seer.
wow, he does manage to get him. Damn, Chill Touch. Okay, I believe you now.
I'm telling you, that thing does damage. And now think, we've got a Meepo here. There are gonna be 5 Meepos, all of which do 80 bonus damage for 6 attacks.
Huh, I see where you're going with this. That sounds pretty damn smart. And pretty damn insane. We'll just have to see how this develops. Ancient, definitely Chilling Touch. Useful. Very useful. And on the bottom lane we have Skeleton King and Disruptor, kind of both of them taking damage. Disruptor not pulling for some reason. There's no wards up. Not on Rubik and our Windrunner, so...
It's probably not pulling because that would leave the Skeleton King alone against potential dual stuns. And both ranged, so he wouldn't be able to do anything on this lane at all. Even though, honestly, they're both really not able because this is so much harassment. There are some Chinese teams who have done similar things, running Windrunner together with another ranged support to kind of babysit her and just make her lane from a throwaway off lane to suddenly a competitive lane that can actually get kills.
And we do have, oh, so close. The Pudge actually commits suicide in the middle. Shadow Fiend coming up with an invisibility onto Pudge.
I think he could have survived that, couldn't he?
I think so, yeah. He did survive that. I mean, you just need to walk away, but he decided to suicide. Because Shadow Fiend did use all of his raises. And we do have a short pause here.
Shouldn't be too long.
So, yeah, at the bottom lane, I don't see Skeleton King can do anything. When we're on a dual lane, best lane.
It sure is.
Yeah, seems like it. And at the top lane, Meepo having fun. Ancient Apparition pulling for him very easily. And he's just farming up level 4 up till now. And Darkseer doesn't actually have his Soul Ring up till now. And AA being really annoying with that Chill Touch. He's actually not going Cold Feet at all. He's just going Chilling Touch.
Yeah, because how are you going to use Cold Feet on a Darkseer? He just surges and then it fades. I mean, it's probably better to get than Ice Vortex. Because, sure, Ice Vortex slows by 18%. It's almost nothing, really.
Well, yeah, but it does have a decrease in resistance. And if one
Yeah, by
Earthbind,
10%.
poof. Poof is useful.
I guess, yeah, I guess it helps. If he does hit a net and wants to nuke with Poof, then I guess Ice Vortex is more useful then. But then again, net can help set up a Cold Feet. It's a 2-second duration, and that's almost exactly how long, well, that's half of how
And
long.
wow, Axe actually getting Shackle shot in here. He is very close. Well, that Battle Hanger isn't going to last because Windrunner kills you. And wow, that Rubik, strong no doubt, that Rubik Windrunner lane is pretty damn deadly. They're doing an incredible short work of Skeleton King and Disruptor both having to limp back to town. Can't really do anything, and well, one Power Shot will clear. Power Shot and Fade Bolt will clear the melee tower, the melee creeps, and they can get the tower. And at the top we have Darkseer running for his life from AA.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He was at 18 health, but he has tangos, so he'll be fine. And
AA still on the chase.
will he be fine?
I don't know. He's still in the chase. I don't
He
know why
will be
though.
fine.
But Axe is here.
It's mostly because AA has boots and Darkseer doesn't, so he thought he could make
Under
it,
attack.
but now he definitely can't.
And
Or-
AA.
Yeah.
Bye bye AA. There we go. Disruptor picks off the last hit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That was really super greed by AA.
Yeah, although it wasn't entirely unwarranted. I mean, he's just pretty much the support for the top lane, so chasing the Darkseer around the world helps his Meepo being completely uncontested. He just didn't expect to have two heroes from the bottom lane and the forest coming right there to
Yeah.
pick him off.
Actually, Meepo versus Darkseer is pretty much nice. Because Meepo, I mean, yeah, that's really annoying, that freaking Iron Shell, but he can poof. And just destroy Creeper very quickly. He's not level 6, now he is. And finally we have 2 Meepos on the map. Or not. And
Not yet.
now we have
Not
2
yet.
Meepos on the map. But yeah, he can poof. So, you know, and now that he has 2 poofs pretty much destroy Creep Wave. And Skeleton King at the bottom lane picking up Rubik. Finally.
Finally, a kill going their way.
Yeah, finally they managed to do something.
It's probably mostly thanks to this axe getting level 5 and having level 3 battle hunger. Makes him actually useful, and it actually turns this lane into a tri-lane instead of a dual lane with some real threat for death, which makes it a lot harder for the Windrunner and Rubik to just stay around here and be as annoying with harass as they can.
Yeah, stunned by Skeleton
It's-
King, followed by Disruptor Kinetic Field, and you're stunned for a long time. You're stuck for a long time.
And that kill was actually really vital for the Skeleton King because it now means he's level 5 and actually caught up with the Windrunner and Rubik again.
Yeah, and
Because he was at a real disadvantage from all the harassment.
Yeah, he's actually
and-
going Hellfire Blast along with stats. And Windrunner, oh, he missed the Shackle Shot is just low level, so she missed it. And she wants him before he's level 6. She doesn't actually have a, and she's going for Disruptor. How about that Power Shot? She does not Power Shot up till now. And no, she misses. And Axe is here though. Battle Hunger. Stun from Skeleton King. Yep, hits. She can't be hit because of Windrunner as she just got, but one last hit. One Skeleton King from one last tick of damage.
He really just should have run up instead of trying to get into the shops. Probably wouldn't have been able to dodge the stun, but maybe at least he could have been able to escape the axe that way. But then again, there's battle hunger. There's no escaping battle hunger ever.
Ever.
And in the meantime, the Meepo and the Apex Apparition pick off the top tower.
Yeah, we have a hook in the middle. Very easy pick off for Pudge. He's level 7, and Rubik was there to assist as well. And Darkseer, wow, that Chilling Touch does a lot of damage so early on. I mean, Darkseer's having a lot of trouble in this lane. And not only because
It's now
of
level 3, it's 5 attacks of 70 damage.
Yeah. He gets 2 off, and that's ouch. It's almost like double damage, pretty much.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yep.
under attack.
Axe in the forest, doing okay. Let's see if Pudge manages to find him here. He is going for it. Let's see. Hello. How are you? Dismember, hook, and one last hit. Easy peasy for Pudge, picking off Axe.
Yep, he's got himself a regen rune, so he can just keep on ganking wherever the hell he feels like.
Yeah, he's happy.
Which is probably this Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend in the middle not doing so hot. I mean, Meepo's doing better. Of course, there's 2 Meepos now, but still, Shadow Fiend, like you've said in the past, one of those heroes that needs to get much greater farm early on in order to really be effective. And Skeleton King at the bottom lane, hook, shackled, manages to stun before he drops, but he does drop. Actually, Pudge very low HP here, but Skeleton King dismembered, can't do much, and he does drop. Pudge, however, is going to fall to Disruptor. Or is he? No, he's not. He does manage to survive this, and Pudge on the edge of AA's ultimate TP's away.
But it's actually his own team's ace ultimate, so
Yeah, oh,
it
right.
wouldn't even matter.
I just thought that was...
Are fortified.
Well, Axe is here.
Radiant's
Windrunner.
bottom tower is under attack.
She's intentionally keeping that creep alive just in case he wants to battle longer.
Dire's Dire's middle tower has
No, he denies it. And Battle Hunger's her, but she just turns around and power shots. That's smart. And the tower's gonna drop to the creeps, or is it? No. 4 damage?
Nope.
4 damage? No, 22 damage. It's 1 hit on this. And I think...
It's gonna be a free deny for whoever wants to get to the tower first.
Yeah, if they do get there. Yeah, SK's going. Probably going.
Which is sad.
In the middle. Yeah, we did get a
Hook
hook.
missed, but it doesn't matter.
There we go.
He's dead.
Yeah. So,
Radiant's bottom tower
right
has
now,
been denied.
I'm scared of looking at the gold graphs, which is towards the Dire, because Meepo is kind
It's
of
probably not
unfair.
that bad. If you look at the gold per minute, Meepo and Shadow Fiend are going neck to neck. Meepo's now at 402,
Yep.
and Shadow Fiend's at 390. It's pretty much just a few creep kills.
Mm-hmm.
And poor Rubik was...
Cooling bladed to death.
It's not even warding. What is he doing there?
Hook. Beautiful hook. Dismember. Whoa, dismember. He missed the dismember. Kinetic field, but no. Doesn't even need any.
Doesn't even need it.
Has a haste. Just walks up rot and everything's fine.
Now he sticks around trying to get us another hook.
Yeah, but Axe
That's it.
coming in.
Nope.
He wants the dreaded Greevil. But yeah, Pudge is hasted. He doesn't care.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so far, I really don't know what to say. I mean, it's pretty damn even, but the Dire definitely having a lead here. Axe, Hook is going to come in. Hook actually misses, and they back off as Darkseer comes in here. Hasted. The Ensnare misses, and yeah, Pudge is going to sacrifice. Pudge sacrifices himself and actually commits suicide. Wow, good job.
Ow. Alright, Cole was on cooldown and also didn't have any mana.
Meepo,
At the same, it's
yeah, it's a
even more gold not going to the Radiant team from all the suicides.
Yeah, and Meepo pulling in more creeps. He's almost level 11. I mean, he's been splitting his Meepos this entire time. One farming up the top lane, just standing there for the top lane, and the other in the forest. And they're gonna go for Skeleton King here, though. There is reinforcements coming in for the Radiant. Skeleton King hitting up one of the Meepos, stunned, ult, ensnared. Meepo solo HP, and Pudge gets in with a hook. Disruptor sends him back, actually, and there's so many TPs coming in. Beautiful shackle. Disruptor solo HP, and Windrunner needs to... No, she does drop the Shadow Fiend, picking up double kill here. Rubik coming in here. And Darkseer finally surging in and putting up an Iron Shell on Axe. He wants to jump the tower, but thinks better of it. And Rubik going to follow that Battle Hunger. Very easy.
Yep, especially with that like extra last hit.
And the poof out by Meepo.
Totally safe. He's running around with quite a lot of money, and he just brought up an Ogre Club, so he's actually rushing an Aghanim's. And I really like this idea. I'm not sure if it's the most efficient, like getting it over Vlad's over Mecha, but I think it might be. Because Mecha, for a Mecha just means more health. You don't really get it to save your allies. And the aura is neat, but he's got his Tranquil Boots for some regeneration. He's also got a Sobbing Mask, so it may eventually become a Vlad's, but for now it's just regeneration. And yeah, there's a point booster as well. He's rushing his Aghanims. That's... Let's see how well that turns out.
Yeah, in 300 he'll have it, so it's just this stack here of creeps, or maybe stack over here. And yeah, they're actually stacking everything they can. AA is helping him as well. So his farm is going to be very nice, and it is so far. I mean, 14 minutes Aghanims, it's very nice. Shadow Fiend picking up Rubik with an ultimate Windrunner running for her life.
He's picked up his Shadow Blade, so he completely destroyed the Rubik, and sadly Windrunner was already out of rage range. Raze range.
Raze range. And Meepo's
The
level
range
11.
of the raze.
Meepo's level 11, gonna have in 30 gold his Aghanim Scepters. There's gonna be 4 Meepos out on the map. And I don't know, I mean, I do like the survivability. I mean, Vladimir's is nice on him because it does add a bit of mana that he needs, and all kinds of other things. And Mechanism, again, 100% survivability. Rushing and Aghanims, I guess you could say that's the offensive Meepo. But
Yeah, exactly.
well, we'll have to see how it plays out. It is very early, definitely very early. He's level 11 at 14 minutes, which is decent. And having 4 Meepos out will just make his farm even scarier and in general. And Skeleton King drops here very easily, but that was twice. He actually fell twice.
Yep. First time with just Pudge and Windrunner. Second time Rubik joins in just to make it that much secure.
Dire's top
Yeah, in
tower
terms of
is
towers,
under attack.
we're pretty much even. I mean, the bottom and the top go for the Radiant, and actually just the mid. And now, finally, the top
Dire's top tower has
for the
fallen.
Radiant. So we're very even. It's a very even game. It fluctuates a little bit, but the graphs tell us that it is very, very, very close. And it's kind of weird that it's close. I mean, Meepo should be
Dire's
spinning
top
out of
tower is
control.
under attack.
And now he does actually have 4 Meepos out, so that Aghanim is done. Hook misses. Meepo should be farming much better, I think.
Well, Meepo isn't really that amazing of a farmer. He's more amazing of level grinder, which, granted, he's also really not that far ahead. Actually, the Shadow Fiend's out leveling him, which is surprising. But Shadow Fiend has got 4 kills on his name, and Meepo has only 1 assist.
Yeah, Rubik getting pretty much dead here. I don't know when he went back in. He could have gone back, but they want some blood. And you did say that that chilling touch on 4 Meepos is pretty scary. You can see it right now. Hasted up Skeleton King for that stun, and who is he going to stun? Does he make it? A hookup for Pudge. Stun immediately. He did dismember though and wasted it. And a beautiful wall by Darkseer, Kinetic Field, and the ultimate. Meepo does drop to Shadow Fiend along with Windrunner for that ultimate. Ancient Apparition is in trouble. Shadow Fiend destroying everyone. Triple kill on Pudge. And AA. Did AA make it? Yeah, he did TP out. Wow, Shadow Fiend, just what they needed. Destroyed everybody and has 3k in the bank. I mean, Shadow Fiend is really good against the Meepo. I mean, it's the burst damage that comes from him, a very high amount of damage very early on. That's exactly what he needs against a Meepo.
And especially that Requiem just did so much damage.
Yeah.
And also just a really good setup from the Disruptor. Kinetic Field, Static Storm made Meepo just unable to go anywhere, unable to get anything done. He couldn't net anyone.
Well,
He just couldn't do anything that fight until he got called to death.
well, that was just really, really scary what just happened. I mean, Pudge hooked
Pudge.
and Disruptor glimpsed him. If that hook would have hit, I think he would have gotten just like, I mean, gotten back just like it happens with Chen.
Yeah, he probably could have gotten Fountain hooked.
But he
so
just hit exactly between both of them, so he missed that hook. And Axe here, Pudge. What do they want to do? They can't really they don't want to go in for this tower, for this tier 1 tower. I mean, the creeps are hitting it, but nothing other than that. Yeah, and they're finally backing off.
yeah, they're really afraid of this Pudge. I think they know that he's here, or at least that he's still in the
Oh
neighborhood.
yeah, they did. I think Axe pretty much saw him, so they backed away. Meepo, about taking that Aghanims again, I don't know, because of Shadow Fiend being so scary, he might have thought, if Shadow Fiend gets me, I'm gonna die anyway, so an additional mech charge, it's not gonna help me, I might as well get to the aggressive side and get an Aghanims. But on the other hand, maybe that mech charge, a Mechan of Vladimir's would have helped him staying alive a little bit better. Not in that engagement, for sure, but I don't know, I'm still not sure about this, rushing Aghanims.
Mostly I just think that even if you go for Mecha, you always want an Aghanims because it just makes a lot more items viable. Like Skadi suddenly becomes an amazing item on Meepo. If you got Aghanims, Heart is actually a lot more useful.
And Shadow Fiend with a DD, oh my god, 2 hits on that Meepo. Shadow Fiend killing Ancient Apparition at the end because Meepo poofed away. And wow, that Windrunner power shot picks off Shadow Fiend.
Good shot, right?
He was with an Ancient Apparition ultimate on. With that Ice Blast, so that did pick him off.
Yeah, and
Darkseer. And not an ult by Pudge, and kinetic filled, beautiful static storm. Can't do anything. And he's still alive? No, now the Battle Hanger will pick him off. Does he?
Will he deny himself?
No. And the Disruptor kills him.
Yes. No.
That's weird. He did heal himself with Bottle. I mean, maybe he thought he could survive. I don't know. That was really weird.
Doesn't really help if you're getting Battle Hunger. It's Bottle barely even does anything in between those ticks. They really should have gone for the deny, but then again, it's kind of a... It takes some really good timing or pretty much a gamble to be able to deny yourself through Battle Hunger.
Well, a gamble is better than nothing.
That's true. Well, he gambled either way. He gambled that he would have had enough health regen from the bottle to survive anyway, but that gamble failed.
Yeah, definitely did. And Meepo getting hit by Axe and Disruptors. Axe pretty good against the Meepo, but it's not enough. And Meepo, 4 Meepos are super scary.
Or is it enough?
Yeah, he picks up both of them. Darkseer coming in. No, actually Disruptor got it. Darkseer coming in to finish off the job, but Disruptor's Lightning Shock. Lightning Shock is that?
Thunderstrike.
Thunderstrike. Lightning Shock. I changed the name of the spell. Picked him off. Yeah, Cooling Blade also went down there, but obviously didn't get the last hit. Didn't actually kill. And Shadow Fiend, 3 hits on Rubik. Just so scary. 1 hit on Pudge does so much damage, and...
Pudge is just running away.
Yeah, that was a juke. And why did he hook it? If that hook would have gone on... I mean, yeah, Dismember is painful, but... It wouldn't have
Yeah, he
killed
would
him.
probably have died anyway.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend just 2 hits and he's freaking dead. Shadow Fiend does so much damage right now. He has a Chrysalis on.
Yeah, although the Shadow Fiend doesn't really have that much chasing power, none of his items in any way give any movement speeds, just got power treads. There's no Yasha, there's no drums, there's nothing.
Well, Shadow
But then
Blade's all you need.
Pudge is really slow as well. He's... Even with Arcane Boots, he's only got 345, so... He would have been able to pick him off.
Well, yeah, Shadow Fiend has just a Shadow Blade, a Chrysalis, and now a Demon Edge, so he's close to his Daedalus. A very early Daedalus, definitely.
Yep, and that's all to counter the especially the Meepo, although of course more damage helps against everyone. I think that's also specifically why he's not going for a BKB. Net goes through that, Dismember goes through that.
Yeah. About 2 hits on Windrun are almost killing her, but she does have Windrun, so it doesn't really help. 100% miss chance. And yeah, Shadow Fiend just going for, I need that DPS, I need to kill Meepo very, very quickly. And that's it. That's just it. And Axe jumping in here.
Question is if it works.
Hook misses. Axe cooling does miss. And again, a kinetic field kind of static, but Pudge ulting up here on Skeleton King. Skeleton King doesn't even care. Meepo TPing out. Pudge still there. And he finally drops the Skeleton King. Disruptor falls to another hit by Ancient Apparition. Rubik is so low HP, he needs a last hit. Battle Hunger is going to take him down. And he does drop to Darkseer, actually. And Meepos! All the Meepos are here. Axe drops, and Skeleton King versus 4 Meepos. Yeah,
Oh, look at that Meepo.
the stun actually hits.
And look at that micro.
Wow, Shadow Fiend gets him from behind. Coming in. Yeah, beautiful micro trying to take away the hit Meepos, but Shadow Fiend coming in from behind, destroying him. And now with a full Daedalus.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it was just one hero too many. He almost picked off 3 all by himself after the fight was gone. Then Shadow Fiend just decided, I want to fight here too. Fight's almost over, gotta
Kill something.
pick up the last hero. And he did.
Skeleton looking at Roshan. With Shadow Fiend you can definitely do it, I'm guessing. But Pudge is here and the hook misses. Yeah, he did see them. Pudge still there.
Rubik and Windrunner trying to pick off the Shadow Fiend by themselves.
And,
I
hey.
don't think that was successful. Or
53 HP? No, he just
No.
hides. Wait a minute. Shadow Blade. Oh, they're so close. Oh, those
and that's
trees.
the worst thing about stealing raises with Rubik. It's so hard to know which of them it is, because these icons just
Holy
look
crap!
so...
Shadow Fiend coming in, 1 hit on Rubik, crits, and he dies. I mean, he's got to fall for it because of the shackle, but wow. Just one crit. And AA gets both Shadow Fiend and Disruptor.
So that was actually really not worth it. And also for the Disruptor to even be close to that, but that crit.
Wow. This is like,
just...
he knew he was going to crit. He felt it in his bones. That's just gonna be one throw and that's it. And Meepo is gonna pick
I'm
up
pretty
first
sure he
round.
knew that he, even if he needed 2 hits, then he would have 2-hit the Rubik. And he pretty much banked on being fast enough to not get telekinesis. But yeah, that means he kind of expected to die, which is questionable.
He kind of, but the thing is that he kind of, you know, he threw one hit and I think he went back before that hit actually connected. So he knew that one hit is enough. I mean, I'm pretty sure he would have killed him even without the crit. That might be true because Rubik didn't have a lot of HP. He had about 300 HP, and I think 300 HP. And Shadow Fiend does do a lot of damage. I don't know. In case does hit Pudge, gets stunned here. Did land the hook on the TPing in Skeleton King, but he pays for it with his life. And Skeleton King finally getting pretty big. He does have a Force Staff, however.
That good old complexity build. Yeah, it's mostly because Skeleton King has pretty much no mobility whatsoever. And so anything he does in team fights is throw his stun and then run after people to kill. And Force Staff really helps with that. And to boot, it gives some intelligence so you don't run out of mana too fast. But he's got a soul ring, so he shouldn't even care about that too much.
Yeah, let's see if that single Meepo, and that's actually the Meepo, but he poofs away before anything can really happen here. He does have a dagger and his Aegis, so he's comfortable. And Rubik trying, Rubik trying to telekinesis Darkseer up on the ledge, and Darkseer trying to vacuum Rubik on the ledge, both failing. Shadow Fiend coming in 3 hits. Bye bye Rubik, and that tower's gonna fall as well.
Just 3 hits.
Yeah, this is definitely going towards the Radiant. Right now, 10,000 experience and 10,000 gold, pretty much. Axe is here. Hook, it's absolutely nothing. And, yeah. Shadowfin picks off Windrunner, and then Gem. I saw a Gem fall on the ground. No, I guess I was mistaken. I saw a Gem on Windrunner, I thought. This is tier 3, and the hook lands on Axe, but Axe is pretty tanky. Static Storm is just going to be annoying for a bit. And Ancient Apparition destroying Disruptor. Meepo picking off Shadow Fiend from coming in from behind, doing a lot of damage, but Axe spins around. I mean, Axe is pretty good against a Meepo because of those spins. So easy.
Come on, hit that. Nope. A rare miss micro from No Tail.
Yeah, he just, the rest of them just stood there.
Yep. We did see Meepo last week, if anyone did decide to watch the beauties after all, played by Aki, but it's really clear how No Tail has a lot more experience with that hero than Aki did. So it's a lot rare to see such kind of blatant miss micro, stuff that you really shouldn't be doing.
Well, he does have 3.4k, and I mean he can finish off his Vladimirs very easily, or just pick up a mech. And he's choosing not to do so. And also I don't see a Reaver coming in, so I don't know what he's getting. We'll have to see what he wants to get.
I have no idea either, he really should.
Buy something.
Huh.
And wow, he is just poofing up to the bottom, destroying Skeleton King very quickly. And now he just have to wait, stat and snare up on that TP. And even Pudge tries to steal that kill with a Dismember, but yeah, Meepo, 5 Meepos hitting you. You're dead.
Yep, Meepo's kind of a good hero, actually.
Kind of a scary hero, definitely. Well...
But the question is really gonna be, he's still going really toe-to-toe with the Shadow Fiend. And the Shadow Fiend is specifically building to counter him. He's actually picked up a Mask of Madness just to make his burst damage even higher.
That's insane.
I'm not too sure about that, since...
So many ensnares throwing up on Axe. One of them hit, I'm guessing, and they did get him. Yeah, Mask of Madness is just gonna let him drop much quicker, but I guess he's working on burst damage. I mean, it's either he kills you or either I kill him or he kills me.
I don't really think that's the best gamble to take, though. I mean, why not just ensure that you kill him instead of hoping you kill him before he kills you?
But actually, what's weird for me here, yeah, Shadow Fiend coming in, Rubik, so much damage, and just picking off that Meepo. Aegis pops, and now he's gonna have to. He ults up, dealing not that so much damage, and Meepo manages to pick him off before he does that. Wow, that chilling touch on each one of the Meepos is insane. And Skeleton didn't fall in AA. And yeah, the Radiant team can't really pick off anything.
Especially if they chase a Meepo, because Meepo just nets you and then
Poofs away.
poofs away, or blinks away and poofs away.
Yeah. What we've actually seen, I mean, it was 29 to, I don't really remember, but somewhere around 15 in terms of kills for the Radiant. And then the Dire just picked off a kill over here, a kill over there. Just all kinds of kills, just random Radiant heroes. Skeleton King over there, and Axe over here. And I don't know what the Radiant are doing, really. I mean, they're just not playing as a team right now. I mean, you can definitely see Skeleton King over there, and Axe and Disruptor pushing alone. And if they stay here too long, they're just going to drop very, very easily.
Dire's middle tower is under
Yep.
The Radiant...
All they need is the Meepo to blink in and poof the rest of them in, and both of them are dead.
I don't know why the Radiant are playing so without any teamwork, really. I mean, they've been doing so well.
Probably because it's a pub.
Well, yeah.
But that's always the easiest excuse.
Yeah, but it's a pub, but still, I mean, dude, come on.
I think they're probably just caught off guard with how much power is behind this Meepo and behind some proper team play from the Radiant.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, they had a really good kill advantage, and suddenly, over a few minutes, they just completely lost all their map control. It's another random blink on the Skeleton King, and that's gonna be 2 kills again, because there's no way out of here.
Yeah, Darkseer, not gonna pay with his life. Darkseer actually has a Blink Dagger, which is interesting.
I'm helps him get out of there. And now it's 1 Meepo illusion versus 5. That's not very fair.
Yeah, and Meepo did... Wow, he picked up a Reaver, and there's no mech, there's no Vlad, he picked up a Reaver, and he still has like 3.7k right now, after all that happened. So, he can just finish off his heart. Yeah.
Kills.
Each Meepo has 2.6k HP.
Maybe when it's 2.7k.
Yeah.
Because he gets a lot of extra.
Well, Shadow Fiends needs to like crit twice in a row, maybe 4 or 5 times in a row to kill Meepo, which might be too much, might be too many times.
Yeah, if this Shadow Fiend really wants to go for the burst damage build, then I'd see him picking up a Stygian after this, so that his minus armor helps getting down the Meepos. He's only got 15 for an edgy carry, that's kind of low. And a Stygian plus Presence of the Dark Lord would put that to only 3. So a single crit would do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But then again, he's running around with 1700 health and a Mask of Madness he wants to use, so he probably won't want to go for even more flat damage without any survivability.
We'll see. That's what he's been doing so far. And Skeleton King also doesn't really have much. He's now has a Mithril Hammer, and I'm guessing that's not going to be a BKB, so maybe Skeleton King is going to go for the Desolator, and we'll see what Shadow Fiend picks
Possibly.
up.
Oh, he will probably go for BKB actually, because he's been on the receiving end of so many poof combos. Even though BKB doesn't work against Earthbind, it doesn't work against Geostrike, so it's not going to save him from the Meepo. But in a team fight, it'll definitely reduce the amount of damage he'll be taking. But most of all, I'm just so worried about this Shadow Fiend. I don't like this Mask of Madness pickup so much. Just imagine if he'd had a Satanic instead, which by now he would have been able to farm. He's got 3,700 spare gold.
Yeah.
That could have been a Satanic. And if you crit with a Satanic, you're back on full life instantly. And that's just such a big deal against this Meepo.
Yeah, and you can activate the Satanic as well. Then it doesn't really matter if you crit or not. With 1 hit, you're back to full HP. A Satanic probably would be the better choice than that Mask of Madness, but it wouldn't have the attack speed. I don't know. I agree that I don't like the Mask of Madness here, and well, we'll have to see what happens in the mid. Rubik getting stunned up and finally dropping the axe, and Meepo isn't here. Meepos are taking down the tier 2 tower at the bottom.
Tower has fallen.
At the top, excuse me.
Oh, he just backdoored that.
Yeah. With 4
He's got himself an
Meepos.
assault pirates, so he's even more tanky than before.
With 4 Meepos, it's pretty easy to destroy anything, and backdooring is easy. But the entire Radiant team is pushing down the middle lane, while Rubik is dead. I don't know if they can really do something here. Skeleton King does have the recipe for Desolator, so he is going a Desolator, I'm guessing. Unless he just bought the recipe for no reason. And that's a 4-staff in to stun Windrunner. The Shackle did latch, and Meepo coming in from behind. Shadow Fiend is dead, and that's their main DPS. Axe gonna drop very quickly as well. Darkseer, run! Run! No Earthbinds, no! He makes it out. Or not, another Blink! Earthbind misses. Blink by Darkseer himself to here. Yeah, okay, he's out. He blinked in the correct direction. TP's away, and he's fine. And for some reason, Skeleton King is here. In the...
I guess it just took that long for them to kill him.
Yeah, well, he does have reincarnation. Pudge actually almost dying. But he's alive. Everything's cool. Everything's cool. And Roshan is back.
So that's another life for the Meepo as soon as he, well, realizes, I guess.
Yeah. Let's look at the graphs like one more time. The Radiant still experienced 12k for the Radiant and 8k in terms of gold. So it still says that the Radiant are ahead, but it really does seem like the Meepo is ahead, especially with the DG and Chilling Touch on each and every one of them. Actually, Chilling Touch doesn't show the bonus damage. Or does it ever show?
Yeah, that's because it's not base bonus damage, it's magical bonus
it's magic.
damage. And it only works on heroes and Roshan.
Mm-hmm. So Meepo very easily picks off that Aegis. And I really don't know what the Radiant can do. I mean, for some reason, apparently they have more experience in gold, but Meepo is so huge. And Earthbind, Shackle as well. All the Meepos poofing in, and Axe just drops to the power shot. Tower is going to drop in 3 seconds. Backdoor as well, but who cares?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And they can't do anything.
Yep. I was
Wow,
questioning.
that was a hook. A hook in a vacuum. Putting in Pudge.
And the 4-staff back up, so and he just walks out.
Wow, and Meepo actually getting hit here. All the poofs coming in on Shadow Fiend. A hook. Gonna get Skeleton King. And that reincarnation is gonna get him back. Meepo. Aegis pops. So that's one thing, and he poofs. All of them, they just poof on that Shadow Fiend. He does drop, Darkseer drops. Disruptor drops as well. And they did
Just
pick
need
off
a
the...
net.
That's a team wipe.
Yep.
Wow.
Complete wipe.
Let's
Look at how much damage this Meepo is doing.
let's look at the graphs now.
Is under attack.
Well, let's send them back by 2,000, but the Radiant still seems to be ahead, but I don't think that...
Well, the experience not being in the Dire's favor, that's all just on Meepo. Since, as I mentioned before, having a Meepo at level 25 means that your whole team gets 50% less experience from team fights. But it doesn't really matter, because no one on their team really needs it. I guess it would be nice to get level 16 on these heroes, but all they really need to do is support the Meepo while the Meepo kills everyone.
Axe getting first staff in, Shackle, Dismember. Kinetic Field is not going to matter. Actually, he glimpsed back Pudge, and Axe makes it. The hook misses, but all the Meepos coming in here. Earthbind's going to miss. Wow, yes, this was a turnaround. I mean, it didn't feel like a turnaround. It felt like just they were suddenly so powerful. Meepo destroying Disruptor. They're just having a fun time destroying pretty much anything here.
Yep. Suddenly Meepo happened.
Suddenly Meepo. Exactly that. That's how it feels.
Although it also doesn't really help that the Dire is actually decently low on team fights. At least they don't have nearly as much as the Dire team.
Shadowfiend pick up another Demon Edge, so he wants 100% burst damage, but it's not going to really help. Again.
Especially not when you get stunned up again.
Yeah, an additional team wipe. And Meepo has 9k. What the hell? Meepo has 9k by now. And where's the main one? Yeah, he has an Assault, a Reaver, and 9k. 10k, that is. Well, bye-bye Throne. Not the Throne, but Radiant's Ancient.
Yep. No need to turtle for anything, just get that throne and look how awesome your Meepo is.
He just throws the Earth Vines. Oh, come on, kill the Ancient, come on. Now they're just teasing.
It's mandatory for pubs, isn't it?
Well, this was pretty much a pretty nice turnaround for Meepo. Really, I guess you could call this suddenly Meepo, just like you said.
Yeah. And it really confirms for me that Meepo totally endgame viable with this Aghanims upgrade. People should stop underestimating this hero.
Check out the
He's
goal.
not like he used to be before that.
Check out the goal graph. Just goes down as Meepo gains. That 10,000 is Meepo. That's Meepo's 10,000 gold right here.
All Meepo. No one else but Meepo.
Well, this concludes the third game, and I guess Pubwatch for today. So we learned that Meepo is badass.
Yeah, we learned that just going for a shotgun Shadow Fiend build or something is not the way to counter Meepo.
And hey, Meepo going up against a very burst damage Shadow Fiend that should counter him, and Axe that should on some level counter him, I guess, and kicking ass anyways. No mechanism, no Vladimir's, just rushing that Aghanim Scepter. That's pretty good. That worked pretty well for No Tail.
I'm convinced.
Yeah. So come on, pick Meepo in competitive play. Totally do that. And
Totally do that.
yeah, that totally happened. Anything else that we learned today, Onin?
I learned that the 5 melee strategy is totally viable.
5 melee strategy, indeed.
And I learned that the most manly way to play Sven is sadly not enough to overcome Drow.
Yeah, but you should definitely play Sven with all caps all the time. That's the way to go. And that Havorse is bad-mannered. Also that, just leaving that game.
But that's not news.
Yeah, that's not news, I guess. So, thank you very much for watching us. We would very much like it if you would subscribe to us on Twitch and on YouTube. This will go up on YouTube, I believe, tomorrow. If you want to follow me directly, it's at KOKOStern, and Onin is at follow Onin. If you want to contact me directly, it's KOKOSterncontact@gmail. And other than that, Onin, anything else?
No, nothing from me.
Great, so this concludes Pubwatch, episode 7, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.